konbawa, konnichiwa. It is extremely early in the morning for me, gentlemen. Those of you that are just popping in, so please excuse the little mishap regarding the front screen here. For me, it is extremely AM. It is 2:35 a.m. However, a few things that have come across my my feed, as well as a few small updates that my JP bros have asked me to address, that I did not completely cover in my last broadcast. Since some of the information has been trickling in, and some live broadcasts have recently ended, or they ended within the last few hours, and information is now being published online for in news publications. I felt that it would there's enough information to warrant a video or broadcast, even if it's just a small one, or not exactly a long one, but who knows, maybe I'll go for another 5 hours. Yeah, the last stream I was going to do, I was only going to do it for like half an hour and just cover what I was going to cover, and then log off, and then end up being 5 hours, and then the last one we did went 4.5 hours, you guys. So that, there you go. Okay, so we've only had a little bit of information, and a little bit of gleaned information that has been coming in, and some talk and chatter that has happened. There hasn't been any actual movement on a lot of party fronts, and there's to me, with everything that's been going on with the third party people, there's been so much toxicity that's been going on, that and my Japanese is so basic that it's extremely hard for me to parse exactly what is being said, and what is differentiate between what is being said in jest, and what was actually factual. So I'm deferring to other people on that stuff. But just so I want to cover a few things here. Yeah, I did notice that he has gone radio silent, and let's run through a few things here real quick. Okay, now the first thing I want to cover here is I wanted to start on Rushia's Twitter page here, because of course Rushia hasn't unless there's Rushia hasn't said anything in the past 22 hours on her Twitter page. Okay, which is to be expected considering the situation she's in. Now, in our last broadcast, and 24 hours ago, roughly 18 hours ago, she did do a roughly a 7-minute audio-only presentation video here on Twitcasting. And again, you can go to twitcasting.tv and then use her Twitter handle here to find the space that she broadcast on, if you have not already done that. On here, they call it, you're fanned instead of followed, or and then they have membership and all that other fun stuff. That's the point. Okay, now in the 7-minute clip that was gone through here, I had to have a couple of my JP bros talk, watch and listen along with me on this, because there was a few things that I didn't quite understand, and my JP bros that listen along with me, they made out a couple of very good points here. And it's a few things that I've been already trying to reinforce, but I feel it worthy to say it again here at the very beginning. um, Rushia has been was asking in this broadcast here, specifically, guys, there's been a lot of stuff that's been being said, a lot of misinformation that's being passed around, a lot of speculation out there. If you guys, if we can please just back off on that stuff, leave the other talent alone, regarding what's happening. Don't ask them questions about this. She said specifically on here, okay, guys, that Night Flash, thank you for coming back. Thank you for showing up here. CJ, thank you for popping back in. Did I even take a rest? Yes, I did actually take a rest. I crashed for about 3 hours here. I did take a short nap before my phone started going crazy again. So, but I don't intend on staying up or out or on broadcasting here too long. So, but we'll see how that goes and how I feel. Rushio said a few things here that was very important that I completely overlooked because I couldn't quite understand what she was saying. But she did say, and it's something I've already been reinforcing on the English side here, that there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of guesswork, and a lot of speculation that's going around here. And of course, there's a lot of hatred and vitriol, and a lot of things are being said and taken out on other talent, on other members. And then there's also a lot of people that are asking questions and they want to know answers. Okay, they want to know if the other girls know. Okay, and she said specifically in this video, in this broadcast, she is working on trying to find the best way that she can tell her side of the story, within the allowable limit of what she can tell. Okay. Now, of course, she still has some binding agreements within her NDAs because of where she worked, and even with the termination, she has some binding agreements with the company that she formerly worked for. However, she said that she is working on this. Okay, she's talking to people and she's working on this to see how much she is able to say, to tell her fans, to tell the people, and try to answer as much as she can within the allowable limits. Okay, now if you take that into consideration, okay, and just walk with me here for just a bit. Okay, if you take that into consideration, what she is asking and what she's telling you, that falls in line exactly with what I began trying to push and talk about this afternoon or yesterday afternoon or morning, whatever it was for you, with my last stream. With the petition, ask Hololive, hey, as fans, as the people that give you guys money to make your business go, let the girl talk. Okay, we need to know, we need to know that she's okay, and we need, and if she has this need that she needs to be able to air out her, get things off her chest, so she can walk out with dignity and respect, and walk out on her own 2 feet. Let her talk, and and I think she said that in a way, and the way that she did in this stream, where it reinforces the tweet that she deleted, where she was saying that she was talking to her lawyer about what her options are. Because if she is reaching out to for legal advice and trying to find out what she can do on the legal front, and what she can and can't say, and what she can and can't challenge Cover Corp regarding what her NDAs still are that are in effect, then that gives her justification to go and say, okay, look, this is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to say to give you guys to help clean the slate for you guys, and also clean the slate on my end. So it makes a lot of sense when you start looking at that. Okay. Did I sleep? I did sleep. I slept about 3 hours, and then my phone started going off, and I'm like, okay, time to stream. So, hey, I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Like you guys were saying before, what is sleep, anyways, but that, yeah, before we move on, this does not mean and does not give a ray of hope that she may come back as Rushia, but it does give us a first step of what she's actually doing and what she's trying to accomplish on her end, and it's the first line of communication that she's giving out to us, considering everything that's going on, with after she was able to calm down and she was able to think rationally and put what she was thinking about rationally into something that's comprehensible that we can understand. Okay, so, and again, this we're only rough, we're barely 24 hours, or we're barely past 24 hours into this, guys. So this stuff is still fresh, it's still new, it's still being parsed out. They're still working through these things. It may take a few days before it happens, or before we know or have more information, or she may get the okay from her lawyers if she's talking to legal, getting legal advice, and then she drops a stream and she starts talking about it. So we got to keep our eyes out for that. If her idea had been justified, then there's a chance. Yeah, we're not going to speculate on the on the credibility, justification, or the wording of her NDAs, and specifically Rushia specifically is asking us not to speculate and not to make assumptions on those things. Okay, she said specifically in this stream, please don't make assumptions and start spreading misinformations and half truths. Please allow her. She's asking us. Please give her the opportunity to do work on her side of things, to find out how much she can actually tell us. Before she can't go any further, to tell her side of the story. Okay, so let's give her that opportunity. Okay, so let's move on here real quick. Here, Corp has not released any other new information here since the termination notice. We've been keeping an eye on that. A couple other websites have been talking about that she broke her silence. This article here in particular goes into goes into what she said on Twitcasting here, that and what she said on tweeting. She said, and to reiterate what my JP bros were also translating with me. I've got many things I want to say. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'd like it if you held back on talking badly towards me regarding the rumors in various places. I'll be firm. If everyone can refrain from spreading those, I would appreciate that. I've been discussing this a lot privately, so when I'm able to speak publicly, I'll do so. Okay, she is literally telling us, when she has this the ability to talk to us regarding these things, she will. Okay. Now, this does not mean that that we stop voicing our opinion on this. Okay. This does not mean that we stop voicing our opinion and tell Corp, that Rushia deserves to have her voice, deserves to have her say. This does not mean that we stop voicing that the way that they're making her exit is not right, and that they should give her the due respect of, since she has been such a pillar of Hololive and helped build where it, Hololive to where it is to this day, even with the controversy that is surrounding her. It does not have to be a spectacular 5-hour graduation, but at least let her say goodbye. At least allow her the voice to say goodbye, and smile at us one last time, and say, I will see you guys again. And I will, I'm seeing you guys off now, but I will see you guys again. Okay. And I think at the end of the day, if that's the only thing that we can get out of it, I think that would be enough, because we are at least delivering that to her, that she can walk out of Hololive and walk out of Cover Core, as Rushia, as a person that helped build that place. Okay. So what's the news? So the minor news, that it's a lot of this stuff is minor. Okay. And I'm going over a lot of what has trickled out over the last roughly 12 hours or so. A lot of stuff has since been translated, that has been said, that has not necessarily been talked about, or only been clipped in maybe 1 or 2 minute clips that you may have seen on YouTube. The one thing I'm talking about in particular right now is the 7-minute clip that she did on Twitcasting here. Roughly, she she is asking the fandom and her fans, hey, look, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, a lot of stuff that's being said, especially towards her, the third parties. Speculation is running rampant. People are saying bad things towards everyone. Hey, let's calm it down. Let's refrain from that stuff. Let's pull it back a little bit. She's been talking about what she can and can't discuss privately, and when she's able to talk about these about what's what she's allowed and what she's able to talk about legally, she will do so. Okay, but we got to give her that chance to work her side of things on her side. And as much as we hate it, and as much as we may not, we want action now. It's only been 24, maybe 30 hours since all this stuff has broken out. We gotta let things work. We gotta let things work, guys. Okay, so let's allow these things to work out a bit. There's things that we can do on our side. Again, we still have a voice. We still have a voice on social media by working on the petition, guys. We have already surpassed 100 signatures on the petition since we started yesterday. For me, it was last night. Great job. We have already surpassed 102 signatures on it, and we're still going. We have I've since updated the petition to include Japanese text on there for JP Bros, because there's a lot of JP Bros, believe it or not, that do support her and are not part of the toxic environment because they just want her to be happy. So I've included that there as well. So guys, we are doing well. Let's go with that. Let's keep it going. We have a means to voice our opinion on this stuff. Okay, so we can keep going. We've already hit 100 in less than 24 hours. We hit 200 and under in one day. Hey, we can keep it going. We keep it going. We can show people, hey, look, we have kept this going. We're going strong. We're not going to stop. Hey, if we only hit 200-300, that's still enough for me to be able to present it to Cover Core and say, look, I have 300 people here that want that want you to listen to us. Please listen to us, even if it's just 300 people, guys. I mean, hey, that may not be 10,000, but that's still 300 people, guys. Okay. Fernando, you can either be productive in our chat, or you can be banned. You can choose one or the other. Okay, we're not you are free to voice your opinion here. However, if you're gonna voice your opinion in a counterproductive manner, you can be banned, or you can leave on your own. Pick a choice. Guy, we're not going to go into the blame game here for those of you that are just coming in. This is we're not going to blame. We're not going to point a finger at one specific person, okay? And if you want to point a finger at one specific person, then that is something that for you to decide on your own, you know. And if you want to stew over that, that's up to you, okay? Because to be honest, if you want to assign blame to anything that has happened in the last several weeks, everyone that is involved has a measure of blame and a measure of responsibility that they're responsible for, and that's the end of it. And it goes top down, and it goes down up. It goes from Rushia to the people that she talked to. It goes from the people that she talked to the people that went nuts about what she talked about. It goes from Cover Core to the CEO. It goes from the CEO to the decisions that were made. Okay, everyone has something that they are held accountable for. Okay, and if you want to assign blame, every party has a piece of that they are responsible for. That's the end of it. Okay. Now, whether or not she made a mistake, whether or not the Cover Core, overreacted or went too far, or whether or not the NDA was fair or not, that's besides the point. Everyone had a responsibility here, okay? And everyone is owning up to those responsibilities, whether they like it or not right now. And we as fans need to own up to our responsibilities. Listen to Rushia. If we are fans of Rushia, if we were ever fans of her, if we ever liked her, we will respect what she's asking. And we will respect the fact that she's working her ass off to try to make things right. And if you don't like that, you're more than free to leave my channel. Okay? You can say that you don't agree with me, but be constructive in my chat. Tell me why constructively. All right? Now, if you want to sign the petition, if you want to read it over, and if you want to sign it and share it, this is the link to the petition. Feel free to read it over. Please go if you agree with what the petition, please sign it. Please share it out. Use social media. Use whatever social medias that platforms that you use. Just joined. Thank you for popping in. We're basically right now we are just. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. And please pardon the cat that you may hear in the background. My youngest cat here just popped in, and I forgot to close the door for my recording area. So, sweetheart, I'm recording. Okay. Shh, 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 shh. So we're just talking about what Rushia said about 18 hours ago. A lot of it has been translated on her Twitcasting stream that was about 7 minutes long. That she was asking the fandom regarding Kyato. She was asking the fandom to please refrain from what from spreading rumors that there's a lot of things that are being said. And she's asking, to please let's back off on those things. On the speculation regarding those things. There's a lot of things that are half true, half not true. People are making conclusions without not having all the facts, and she's working her ass off on whether or not on how far she can talk about the facts. Okay, now is the petition going to do anything? Let me answer your question here regarding the petition before we move on. Okay. Where can I watch the 7 minutes? Okay, so Twitcasting is primarily mostly Japanese streaming platform that interconnects with Twitter for them. This is her channel for Twitcasting that she uses, and that links specifically to the video that I'm referring to. There are no subtitles regarding this. So you will be listening to everything in Japanese. Okay, there's no video. It's all her talking. Okay, so now let me answer the question regarding the petition. Okay, now let me answer your question by saying this: the more people that interacts and sign and the more momentum that is behind the petition, and the more people that show that we are constructively trying to bring about a positive conclusion to this mess, as opposed to the haters out there that are doing nothing but trying to disrupt, destroy, and demean Rushia and Hololive as a whole. The better our chance is that they will listen to what we have to say. Okay? So I want you to understand that we want what we want through the petition is for them to listen to us. Give us 5 minutes to read what we have to say, and consider it. Okay, that's what the petition is. Whether or not they listen to us or not, that's a different story. But if they give us 5 minutes. 5 minutes to read what we have to say, and just entertain that idea. It's something. It's something rather than just bitching about it on Twitter and chat and not doing anything at all. Okay. Now regarding your question there on if there's a translated page, the link I just put in the chat here goes to what's currently on the screen. They have it partly translated here. That's on the screen. If you scroll down here, they start talking about the Twitcasting here. She does a lot of apologizing in the stream, and the important parts that people need to understand are translated here, including what I'm talking about right now. It's not entirely translated because there's a lot of apologizing and a lot of her asking people to stop flaming her in chat, because unfortunately roughly about 80% of the chat that joined when she started were JP bros literally harassing her and bashing her regarding the whole incident, and they were saying a lot of very demeaning things towards her, and I'm not going to repeat what they were saying. Okay, so let me just scroll back up here again. My stream here and what I'm going, my position in my stream, and you can have whatever position you want. Okay, I am not gonna, if I'm gonna change your mind, I'm gonna change your mind based upon what I say. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you you're wrong. Okay, you can either agree with me or not agree with me based upon what I say and what I present to you on screen. Okay, but my position in my channel is that everyone is equally at fault here. There is no one person that is at fault, one person to be blamed. If you want to assign blame to one specific person, you're not going to get that from me. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. If you want to discuss, okay, yeah, this person did this person did that, feel free to talk about that, because that stuff is important too. You know, the actions that they took that brought about this position, those actions are important, and that needs to be known. But make sure that you have your information correct on that when you're talking about it, okay, guys? So let's move on here real quick. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, who people that are coming in. Okay, we are kind of moving. What's going on? Sorry you're late. So we're basically touching upon a few things that have been translated that English people may not necessarily have been had access to over the past 12 hours, 8 to 12 hours here. The first thing was the stream here on Twitcasting here, the 7-minute stream. Most people kind of passed it off as her just crying and apologizing for 7 minutes, when in fact she was literally, asking and begging the people that were listening to please stop harassing the talent, the staff, and stop asking the Hololive members about what's going on and what's happening. There's a lot of stuff that's been directed towards her, and she's apologized for it. And she said, "Look, I can't talk about it right now. I am talking to people in private here, in confidence in private, about what I can and cannot say. You got to give me time in order to find out what I can and can't say. And when I'm able to, I will address it. But we got to give her time. She's literally had maybe 30 hours of to be able to work on this. So we got to be able to give her time. Okay." So that's basically, in a nutshell, that's the TLDR on this. Most people pass it off of her just crying and apologizing, and that was it. But in fact, there was some very important information in the stream that we needed to that we needed to know about. This site here, dextro.com. I put the link in the chat here a little bit ago. They had some the important bits of what she said here translated from that Twitcasting stream. So yeah, you can find this if you Google it. What is the petition thing? The petition thing is something that I personally constructed because there's three things. There's three things I address in the petition. Okay. Link. I will repost the link here right now for this. Okay. Guys, thank you for the subs. I appreciate the subs. Didn't I pin the petition? I thought I pinned it. I did not pin it. I apologize. I thought I pinned it. Let me repin. I will repin. Petition requesting cover core allow Rushia exit Hololive gracefully. There. Okay. There it is. That's the petition. I encourage you to read it. If you agree with it, sign it. And let me say it right now. The very next page, when you go to sign it, it says, "Hey, you want to donate?" you know, hey, you want to donate, you want pitch in $5-10 for that, just scroll down all the way to the bottom and say no, and pass along. You don't have to donate to the cause or to promote it. If you want to, you can't. I get nothing out of that, okay? I get nothing out of any of those donations. All that does is pay for giving that petition more exposure on the website. That's all that is. I don't get anything from it. If you scroll down to the very bottom, you can bypass and skip it. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, you know, put in $5 for it, because I didn't put in $5 for it. I didn't pay for anything. Okay, we're doing this because we love her. We're not doing this because of raising money or doing it for a fundraising cause. And again, I get nothing out of it. Okay, so thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. Thank you for your subs. There's somebody saving her chat. I know of 2 people that are archiving her channel. They have not they have not told me what or where they're going to save the data to. They because I believe there's like over 76 gigs worth of data, depending on what format they save it as. But I know that there's at least 2 people that have talked about saving her data or backing it up. Okay. Let's see here. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of scrolling back up, looking at Fernando. I am going to remind you again to be constructive in my chat. If I see you trying to bypass the chat filters again, you are gone, sir. And I do appreciate the fact that you subscribe to my channel. However, subscribing to my channel does not equate you being an ass in my chat. Okay? If you want to start calling people a hoe, I'm going to start calling you an ass. Plain and simple. Do I make myself clear? Thank you. All right. So let's move on here, okay? Let's move on here real quick. So yeah, she did talk about this. This information is roughly about 16, 18 hours old from when she recorded it, okay? So Gen 3 did a 3-person collab here roughly. The Fanded Discord group is already archived. I hope we can reach someone from there. Yes, if you have if you have contacts with the Fanded, anyone from the Fanded Discord group, please reach out to them and let them know that the petition out there exists, and that and encourage them to look at it. Okay. So let's please continue to reach out to them, but do some reaching out. Try, if you have contacts and reach and people that you can talk to and say, hey, this stuff's out there, and spread the word. That'd be very helpful, because that'll be very helpful to Rushia. That'll be very helpful to our cause. That'll be very helpful to at least trying to get Hololive and Covercore to allow her to walk out on her own 2 feet. Okay, so I thank you, and I on behalf of her, I thank you as well. Okay, so approximately, and I'm not sure exactly when this aired. The article was filed here a couple hours ago. That Fubuki, Flare, and I always space out on her name, Watanabe, they did a 3-person collab, and and at towards the end of their collab, they so yeah, minor updates basically. Fubuki, Watanabe, and Flair all addressed the situation towards the end of their three-person collaboration. And they didn't make some grandiose type of statement. However, they did briefly address the situation here, and I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip here that was oops.
やっていきましょう。ちょっとね、コメント欄でもいろいろありましたけども、先ほど多分カバーからお知らせがあったと思います。ね、はい。そのことについてちょっといろいろみんなコメントで声かけてくれてありがとうございます。まずは。ありがとうございます。ありがとうみんな。カバーから出ているものがもうすべてって感じなんですけども、まあね、プレイヤーとしても結構ちょっと心境的にはあれかもしれないけども、まあ、ね、まあこういう結果になってしまったのは、残念ではあるんですけども、仕方ない部分でもあるので、3期生としては4人でも頑張って、これからも頑張っていこうかなとは思っております。なのでみんなも支えてくれると嬉しいですね。ね、我々もやっぱりね、ファンのみんな笑顔にしたいっていうのがね、一番なのでね、まあファンのね、あとみんなちょっと辛いかもしれないけども、この面ね、みんなこれまで通り明るく配信はしていくのでね、よかったら、この面のみんなのことを、これからも応援してくれると嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。より一層頑張りたいと思いますね。頑張っていこう。あとはあれだね、この件についてあんまりこの面に皆さんからなんか問いただすとか、あまりしつこいコメントとかはね、やめていただけると嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。応援してます。ありがとうみんな、ありがとう。
So that was basically much their statement as far as Generation 3 goes. And Fubuki, I'll tell you what, Fubuki is a leader, and she is she is the epitome of professionalism, as you can tell. And you may think that it's cold, Benz. You may think that her response is cold, but it's actually professional, because there's things that she can't say, man. Regardless of what she can and can't, of how she feels, there's things that she just can't say. And I mean, if you look at how she reacted and how she talked, and what she said here, and how she reacted when Coco left, it's it's a lot of the same things. She doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. She's not like a lot of these other girls that she wears her heart on her sleeve. She's a very closed person, in general. I'm surprised Watanabe didn't start crying. I mean, if you guys remember, do you guys remember when Coco left? What was she doing? She was bawling her eyes out, and people, and everyone's like, "Come on, you can pull it together. You can pull it together. You can pull it together." And it took her a while to pull it together. Okay, you know, and this time around, she was able to hold it together. And luckily, or fortunately or unfortunately, she went through that experience, and so she was able to hold it together. Um, but I'm sure she's torn apart inside just as much as she was with Coco. You know, they may not have been as, maybe they weren't as close, but who knows? I don't know how close they were, or how, or not how close they were, but regardless of the fact, I mean, if you notice in that clip segment, Flair didn't say a lot. And it's Flair didn't say a lot. Um, she didn't. She did. Um, she didn't. Get have much input on those things, on what was said. By the way, thank you for helping me hit 500, guys. That is huge, considering I wasn't even double digits 48 hours ago. Um, Thank you for helping me get to 500. I hope that one of the reasons why I'm continuing to talk about Rushia and push this and promote this cause is because Rushia is one of the main reasons why I've gotten to 500, and it's not about me in the end. Whether I like I've told you guys before at the very beginning, if I have 500 people in chat, or if I have 5, I'm still gonna be here streaming. And I'm still gonna be here talking, because I'm gonna talk about who I want to talk about, and talk about what I feel is important, and say what's on my mind. And if I can help her keep the facts straight for you guys, and then you guys can turn around and say, you know what, the garbage that you guys are spouting is completely wrong. This is what the actual truth is. Then we're doing her a service. So you guys are you guys helping me to get the 500. That's helping her, because I don't get any money off of this, guys. I don't get any money off of streaming. I don't profit off of her. A lot of the clippers out there that they get they get profit off of her for clipping everything. All these clippers out here that put these videos out, and they're probably getting tens of thousands of clicks and views and everything like that. They're all monetized. I'm not monetized. You got some of you guys in chat. I remember you guys were telling me earlier, or in my last stream, hey, don't play that video because it's gonna get copyright claimed. Guess what? My last video, my last live stream got copyright claimed. But you know what? It's perfectly fine. It doesn't go against my channel because I'm not monetized. I'm not monetized. I get nothing out of this. The only thing I get out of this is helping her and helping Rushia. That's it. That's it. Okay. The petition is pinned at the top of chat, guys. If you want to sign it, if you want to read it and share it, it's pinned at the top of chat. When you go to sign it, if it asks you, hey, you want to donate money to help promote this cause, just scroll down to the very bottom and say, nope, I'm going to pass. If you want to donate money to help try to promote the petition, go for it. But none of that money goes to me. None of that money. I see none of that money. it all goes to the website. It all goes to change.org that does the petition process. And just to give you a little idea of how things work in the background, once we hit a certain point, once you hit certain mile markers, they start giving you the ability. They start offering you services to help you get in contact with the people that you are asking to look at the petition. So the more people that sign it, the better, the more services they offer back to me for the petition. There's basic information in there on who and where the petition ultimately gets sent to, but they start offering services depending on how active the petition or successful it ultimately is. I'm just kind of scrolling back up here, guys. So if I don't answer you right away, just hang tight, okay? I was able to reach people from FanDead. By the way, I just a correction on Holo IN should be Holo ID. Thank you for the correction. I will correct that right now. Thank you for the correction. For the update. I proofread it and I ran it through spell check, and spell check probably changed it. So thank you. I'll change it right now. Edit. Yes. Okay, Holo ID. ENJPINID. Decision maker. Okay, it's been updated. Thank you for catching that. Thank you, guys. We have already passed 220 and going. 223. Wow, guys, great, excellent. Make sure that you guys continue to share it. You push it on social media. You push it on Twitter. If there's Discords you guys use, share it out there. If you know where there's people that are fans of it, like I said, the more people that sign it, the more people that I'm able to walk over and say, hey, look, here's 200, 300, 400 people, and we all love Rushia, and we all want you to give us 5 minutes of your time. Okay? So let's move on here. So we basically covered everything that was said in the collaboration stream here. Of course, there's been a lot of fan reaction to this. People upset on both sides. And I'm not gonna bore you with what the fan reaction is, because you guys obviously know by being on that side what the fan reaction is. So I'm just gonna kind of move on from that. Now there's an Indonesian website here as well, that filed a report here regarding Rushia, and the Indonesian website basically goes through initially goes through the basic steps here regarding the cause and why Covercore terminated her contract and everything, and then they go on to talk about how that and there was that the explanation that she confided in him, Kore was they claim was was the one that was on February 11th. That was that they're pointing to that as the sharing of of information to a third party. Kore is the only person outside of Hololive who explains the problem experienced by Rushia. He was the only one that seemed to have that inside information. So they're linking him to the the cause and the reasoning of he had what he is saying is their proof of saying, okay, did you tell this stuff to him? And if she said yes, okay, so you shared information with a third party against your NDA. You time out. So what's up? You're a bit late. Thank you for dropping in. So basically, we are covering. So, yeah, I see him. I see him. I see him. If I spoke their language, I would kindly tell them. Well, not kindly tell them, but I would tell them in not so many words exactly how childish they are. Yeah, it's that time of the day where the trolls are active, and unfortunately, the trolls have come out from underneath their bridges, and they're active. So let's just I apparently my my mod bot does not speak their their language to catch it. I need to work on that. So basically they're pointing toward Kore as the reason, because he was the only one that seemed to be privy to that information. Okay, now again, the website here itself is pointing the blame specifically at him. Okay, now we again, we gotta remember there's several things here where Kore, yeah, he shared the information. He shared it live on he shared it live on his stream. When I reviewed his entire stream myself, there were there were segments where he literally had her voice taped, and he was literally asking her questions that he had written down, and she was giving answers to, and she was freely giving answers to, and she never once started questioning why he's asking her all these questions. It was almost like he was asking her, like interviewing her, and then at the very end, she did say, I don't want you to share this stuff with other people. And then of course he's like, of course I'm not going to share it, of course not. And of course he had it recorded, and he did the same thing with the guy too. Now the guy itself is I mean they have a partnership, so that's not necessarily something that he may be against, but to me it feels sus. Okay, not gonna lie, it feels sus. They are, they seemed awfully chummy with each other to where it almost felt like a little bit like a setup. That's just my opinion, but it felt sus. There's a part where you use proactive action. I think you might have meant provocative. Are you kidding me? Did I proofread that. I proofread it. Did I say provocative? Did I, what was it? What did I say? Provocative in Japanese or English or both? See, this is why you need to have more than one person proofread. Grammar. Good catch. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I will have to go through and I'm sure our JP bros are probably sitting there reading the whole thing, and they're like, yeah, I agree with this, and then they get down the provocative, and they're like, eh. Thank you for the subs, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just kind of catching up on things. Hey, look at that. You Vietnamese guys, you guys have nothing better to do with your lives, don't you? You still can't open the petition. What happens when you try to open the petition? CJ? You heard that they were friends in IRL. Who? Rushia and who? Mufaf. I can't say his name. Fafu. If you heard that Fafu and Rushia were friends in IRL, then that is incorrect. Might be country block. That is very possible. If you can't open it, it may be geo block depending on the country. It is a website that is a United States website, so that may be something. Whereas Rushia's manager, I don't know. I don't think Achan is her manager. I could be wrong, but um, looks like you're getting. Looks like your sleep is getting to you, dude. I'm okay so far, but I am getting tired. Where's her manager? I'm not sure if Achan's her manager or not. To be completely honest, I'm thinking that it's not, but I could be wrong. Her not managing her notifications properly, trusting Japanese equivalent of Kimstar, yes. Trusting somebody who literally is who has made a their popularity and literally of being a gossip columnist type person is and trusting them in confidence is not the correct person to go be trusting them. Sorry, I'm just kind of back reading a little bit. What did Mafu Wafu? I can't say his name. Bra, you got a really cool name, but it is hard as hell for us in the West to pronunciate. So I'm going to call you Mufasa from now on. If you do not like it, I apologize, my man, but I just can't say your name. So Mufasa here basically sent Rushia a message, and that was misinterpreted. Okay, and the message itself that was interpreted by parts of the fandom. And they basically said, thought that they were cohabiting together, and that they were living together, and that's what it meant. Mafu ha ha. You know what? He's Mufasa to me. Okay, he's Mufasa. Mufasa, you don't look like Mufasa, my bro. I look more like Mufasa than you. You look more like Simba, to be honest. But you're Mufasa to me. If you don't like it, you can hit me up, and you know what? We can actually talk about Rushia in confidence. You can tell me exactly what's up, and then I can relay it to everyone else. Okay, Mufasa, if you're out there, or as the chat is telling me, Mafu Wafu Haha. If you're out there and you see this, hit me up. We can talk, all right? And I'll tell you why I think you're Mufasa, and why I think you really need to change your name for a Western audience, and then we can talk, all right, bro? So, anyways, Mufasa here, he sent her a message, and Rushia had the notifications accidentally show up in one of her streams, and people thought they were cohabiting together, okay? And because of that, it caused an entire instance of that people literally felt that if they're living together, they I'm she betrayed me, she lied to me, she did all this stuff that so on and so forth, and so the fandom started turning toxic. Hololive started losing, memberships in her streams and everything else because of it, and that kind of thing. So they pulled her from it, and they started and she and that's when she tried to confide in this Corey guy. And tell him what was up, and then of course he turned around and said, "Okay, they're not really dating. This is exactly what's happening," And I guess she kind of thought, well, since he's a scumbag and he talks about, he leaks or talks about this stuff in gossip columns anyways, he can clear my name for me, maybe. Maybe that was her line of thinking. I'm not sure. But at any rate, he talked about it, which broke her NDA. And, they played Apex together. They have, and I actually but that is another one that I will show you in a minute. Let's see here. That is that is from Sencho's. That one is from Sencho's space Twitter space stream that kind of got a little saucy. Hang on. Where'd it go? Is that one? Okay, so I accidentally opened this one up, so I'm just going to show you guys this one anyways. So that this screen grab here is from a Twitter post that was made from one of Rushia's super chatters. Rushia has some of her big time super chatters. She actually sent them personal messages and to thank them for their big super chats. And this goes way beyond and out of the bounds, and I'm not saying out of bounds in a bad way. I'm saying that she took the time for people that were dropping akaspas and higher and sending them private messages thanking them, guys. I mean, come on. I mean, and I'm gonna. And that's what she sent them. That's all that is. Okay, that's all that is. And people start getting up for about this because, and it's like, guys, she's thanking him for dropping several $100s on her channel, and this is exactly what she said. Okay, this is exactly what she said. Congratulations. I'm sorry, and this is not cleaned up or anything, but I'm sorry for the message all of a sudden. Thank you very much. I can only give you this, but this is my best celebration. This is a secret because I don't usually do this type of thing, but I'm going to do it once. Let's do it again. That's it. And people got upset about this. Okay? For her thanking people for spending $100 and dropping $100 on her channel. Okay? You know what? If someone came in here and dropped a $100 donation on me, I would personally thank you too. Okay? I mean, come on, man. I mean, how awesome is that? Okay? So, I mean, to hate on a girl because she yeah, people also point to this as an unauthorized communication, which, it can be considered that, okay? It can be considered unauthorized communication, you know, and you know, yes, you know, this doesn't necessarily break her contract, because I'll tell you this for a fact. I have asked other Hololive people, you know, whether or not they have had or are allowed to talk to people through Twitter and send private conversations and stuff like that, and they tell me number one, that typically DMs are reserved only for business where it involves collaborations or commissions involving art or other projects, okay? Number two, every single Twitter account that they have, and this is something people forget, okay? This is something people forget, guys, okay? Every single Twitter account that is Hololive affiliated, their managers have access to. They can see everything that happens within their accounts. I know this for fact, okay? Because number one, I have talked to other managers that manage other talent in Japan, and they have been in contact with other, they've talked with Hololive and other agencies over there. And every single agency over there, if they all encourage them to use Twitter and other social media, and every single manager has access to these accounts, so they can see everything that is said between their talent and what they say in public, okay? So for people to go out and say, you know what, she's sweet talking and talking to people behind, behind people's back and all this other stuff, their managers would have known that this stuff is occurring, because they have the ability to log into their accounts and see what they're talking about. Achan has actually come out and said she can see what Roboco is saying on her Twitter account, and she has actually deleted stuff on her account. So we cannot sit here and say for 1 second, that cover and Hololive did not know that Rushia was even doing this. In fact, I would venture to say perhaps maybe they were even encouraging this. No, this is not Twitter sauce, my man. This is not Twitter sauce. This is her being wholesome to a guy that Aka spawed her $100, thanking him for $100. My bro here dropped her $100, and she thanked him. She sent him a 15-minute clip thanking him for dropping money on her. I mean, come on, man. You know how many Hololive girls I've dropped $100 on, and out of all of them, maybe there's only 3 of them that have actually said something, have said more than one sentence in return. Okay, that was Mori, that was Roboco, and that was Mel. Okay, Noelle, I'll give Noelle a pass because she was very much still trying to learn English, and she is still trying to learn English, but she's starting to realize and understand how to charm her EN bros that drop a lot of money on her, especially when we're when she's doing her ASMR streams, and we drop $100 on her, and she goes, Yamashita-san, thank you, that kind of thing. They DM'd you? No, they did not DM me. They actually thanked me in their streams. They actually talked to me in return during their super chat streams. Okay. Um, and if you look at my channel, um, one of my first akaspas, what was to Mori, thanking her for saving my life, and she literally saved my life because I was about to commit suicide, and something she said during her stream made me rethink of what I was thinking about, and that turned it around. That turned me around, and I thanked her for it. And she literally talked to me as a person. All right. So, I mean, for us to get upset about this kind of stuff is wrong. For us to say that that cover did not know this is wrong. Okay, because they have access to all their social accounts. Their private ones, no, but their public ones like this one. And if you look, this is her account, her Rushia account. My bro, you are like one sneaky mosquito that just does not want to stop. No matter how many times I smack you. Yeah, Dad saved my life. Dad saved my life. I call her Mori. Mori saved my life. And I have thanked her over and over and over again for it. And I'll thank her to the day I die. And she can say I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing to save your life, and I'll tell her you're wrong. And that's why I keep telling you guys, when you want to know what she's thinking, and you want to know what she, how she feels, listen to her original songs, because that's when she speaks from the heart. All right. Now let's kind of move on here, because I know I segued off on this stuff here, but I segued way off. So that's basically most of that stuff here. Guys, I want to kind of go back a little bit here and look Mufasa here, and I'm gonna keep calling him Mufasa because number one, it gives me an opportunity to kind of make fun of him, because I you know what, my bro, I know you're talking to a very fine woman. I don't blame you for talking to a very fine woman. But my bro, I just want to say, you gotta use a little bit better judgment on this stuff. Okay? Especially if you're gonna continue having a friendship with her. And quite frankly, if I were to address her specifically and say, Rushia, I don't think you should have a friendship with him, because a lot of this stuff to me, it seems sus. Okay, but my bro Mufasa, you know what? You knew she was streaming. If you had this type of friendship with her, and you're like, you know what, I'm on my way home, or we're gonna play games later, or whatever, you know what, you more than likely knew that she was streaming that day. I mean, does it really matter if you send her a message now, even though she's right in the middle of streaming, or wait until she's done streaming and then tell her that you got home? Because probably by the time she would have been done playing and streaming, you would have been home. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she's a fine girl. She's a fine woman. If she was standing in front of me right now, I'd hit on her. She turned me down, but I hit on her. And I would, I would throw my best lines at her. And she probably just look at me and say, "Nah, bro, you ain't my type." but I would still throw my best lines at her. But come on, man. I mean, for real. I mean, seriously, man. If you if you're gonna have any type of friendship with this girl, and from what she's saying and from what she is trying to project and tell us out there, you guys apparently only talk when you guys play games and stuff like that. You know what? Use your head a little bit more is all I'm saying. All right. You know, and again, Mufasa, you know, I apologize if I can't pronounce your name, your actual name right here. But if you wanna hook up and talk to me a little bit and tell me, hey, yo, you're pronouncing my name wrong, and you want to talk about this stuff, you can hit me up, man. You can find me on my channel. If you find my channel and you find the stream, and you're like, yo, this guy's talking smack about me and pronouncing my name wrong, you know how to find me on my socials and hit me up. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, moving on. At Night Flash, that's a really good line, but come on, man. It's more like Mufasa. It's more like Mufasa. It's more, you kind of have the roles reversed a little bit there, because it's not Mufasa. It was the uncle, and Mufasa was the one that got tossed off the cliff. But come on, man. Let's tone that down just a little bit, okay? But that's a good line. That's a good line, Night Flash. I like that, but yeah, let's just tone that down just a little bit. That's still a good line. All right. I'm done today. DM me, Marco, when you want some BGM on your stream. J Channel, yes, I will hook up with you. Thank you for the thank you for the offer. Kiromi is just an asshat. I All right, number one, man. Why you got a name like Touch Me, man? I mean, I can understand like eating Mike Tyson's ass, because that's funny. But like Touch Me, man, that's just playing up creepy, yo. That's creepy. Obviously not watch the full movie. Hey, you know what? If you do watch the movie, watch the original. Do not watch the remake, please. Okay, the remake is awful. The watch the OG movie. Yes, it's animated. Yes, it's from the '90s, but the classic is where it's at. Okay, just my opinion. So let's just kind of move on a little bit here. I mean, I don't have too much more. At this point, we'll just kind of rehash and check and see what else is going on, if anything else has been said along the way. Twit casting here, she is not live, so that is that. 24th. She hasn't said anything since the 24th, so her social has been down. And let's just check the Twitter feed here. 13 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 2 hours ago. Okay, we've already covered that. So nothing that the Twitter analytics are picking up here. So it kind of feels like we're kind of all caught up on this stuff here. Okay. Corey wanted to be the first one to spread the news so he can get more views. That's what I'm seeing. He wanted to be the only one that has the information, and so he can have the scoop. Okay, and that's the type of person he is, and what it ends up being is Scar. Yes, Scar. Thank you. Scar. Okay, I'm sorry. You got the name. I couldn't think of his name. Good job. Good job, man. I'm giving you one internet dollar right now that's redeemable at no store anywhere in the world. Okay, no, you can go to no store and it's perfectly legit. $1, one internet dollar. Good job. Okay, so, um, yeah, he's one of those types of people that just kind of, I mean, he wants to have that scoop. He's preying on girls, man. He's preying on these girls. I mean, what kind of scumbag preys on these girls just for views, yo? I mean, come on. I mean, I'm sitting here, okay, you guys are giving me subs and views, all right, but like I said, I'm not getting any monetary value out of this. I'm not monetized. I'm not getting anything off of this. I'm literally up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been streaming for a couple hours now. I'm spending my own time. I got to go to a meeting here in 2 hours, and I've only slept for 3. I mean, what am I getting out of this? I'm not getting anything out of this. It's not. None of this stuff is going to help me. Matter. So that is her Twitter account. For those that are asking, okay. But this guy. I mean, his channel's monetized. He's getting hundreds of thousands of views, which means he gets ad revenue, which means he's also getting super chat, compensation for it, and he's getting, all the other monetization off of his channel. He's preying off of him and getting money off of it. Okay, I mean, come on. I mean, why why do people support it? Because you have people out there that are vicious and vile, and they just want to see people fail, and they just want to see people fall on their faces, and they want to be able to laugh at them. And then you got haters out there that feel like they've been wronged, even if they haven't been wronged. But at the same time, you got people that have this twisted view, and we talked about this before, in my last stream, where you have this kind of parasocial syndrome, where they had this one-sided outlook on the relationship that they had with Rushia, and they feel like that she had wronged them, and she shattered that illusion. Did she? Did she just tweet? 1 minute ago. Oh, nice sketch. Thank you. DMs, I'm watching closely. Thank you for all the contact. Thank you. Yeah. So, guys, just to give you an update, or something that is to consider. Her DMs on this account is open. Okay. I did notice that. Her DMs are open on this account. I actually sent her a DM on earlier, just letting her know that I saw what she has said, and I saw the the information that had come out, and that this is what we're doing, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm trying to do for her on the English front, for her EN followers and her EN fans, to reassure her that there are people in the English community that are trying to help her keep the story straight. Okay. What's fucked up is that Rushia told her that it is, and that's the problem with talking to people in confidence. And if you were, I don't know if you were here earlier with my last stream, where we talked about this type of thing, with the Hololive girls, and with the VTuber community itself, especially if you start getting big and popular and you start having lots of followers out there, you start realizing, and you start seeing your friendship circle and your trust circle shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. And pretty soon it goes from, having friends to only having a few close confidants, to maybe only having those if you have an agency or a manager, or those that you do professional business with. And then it goes from that to maybe your family, if you can trust your family. And then pretty soon you start feeling like Maury. And there's times where Maury even feels like she's herself, by herself. She has a new channel. Yes. So I will, Pecan, I will answer you in a second here. She does have a new channel. If you go to her Twitter account, she does have a new YouTube channel that she has done a test stream on. It was just a simple test stream. You can also go to the link here for her Nico video channel. And if you use her Twitter handle here, you can go to Twitcasting, which is the Japanese equivalent of a streaming service, and you can use her Twitter handle to search for her streaming channel here. She also has done streams in the past on this channel, and as you can see here, she did stream yesterday. She did a 7-minute stream here that was voice only. So those are the few ways right now that she has access and the ability to reach out to the community itself. So if you want to follow her, those are the ways to do it right now, okay? So is she coming back? Right now, she is not coming back. Right now, as it stands, right now, she is still terminated. Rushia is still terminated by Hololive. Now, Rushia did state in this stream here, okay, and let's reiterate this again, because it's been roughly 24 hours or roughly 30 hours right now. So let's go back and let's just kind of recap what I started at the beginning. She did state in the 7-minute video that she is talking in private with people behind the scenes that we aren't seeing. That so she can find out what she can and can't say to the public. Okay? So am I allowed to send a YouTube link? You will likely be blocked by my filters. So what link are you intending on sending? Try sending it and let me see whether or not my auto mod catches it, okay? And if it doesn't go through, then you can tell me what you were trying to send. Okay. So, and in this stream here, and I'm just going to kind of go back and recap this, and the important important parts that are translated are in this article here. State that she stated that she there's many things that she wants to say, and she's extremely sorry about what's going on. I'd like it if you held back on talking badly about her regarding the rumors in various places. I'll be firm. If everyone will refrain from spreading those, I would appreciate that. She's talking in regards to whether or not she's in this relationship or not in this relationship, what was said or what wasn't said, those types of things. And that she's been discussing this a lot privately. So when I'm able to speak publicly, I will do so. I will I will do so. So she is working to try to speak with us publicly, but we have to give her time. And she's only had 30 hours after, literally being in tears and crying and going through all sorts of emotional, emotional stress and types of feelings that, obviously people go through when you get fired. She's trying to process all of this stuff at once and then also address the public. I mean, come on. We have to give her time to work this through. Now, in the meantime, we can still do what we can as the public, as the paying public, as her fans, as people that support her. We can reinforce what she's trying to do as the public by, and one of the things is like what I did when I composed the petition that is posted at the top of the chat here. The petition is about her, guys. None of this is about me or my channel or anything else. It's about her, and it's about giving her the best opportunity to address the public. And if she and Hololive and Cover Corp cannot come to a term or an agreement of saying, yeah, she screwed up, but there's no way for you to come back to this company right now, then we at least give her the opportunity and chance to walk out on her own 2 feet with her head held high and say, I am walking out as Rushia. I'm leaving you with a smile. This is how I want you to remember me when I'm walking out, because when I walk out, you will still find me on the other side, and even if I have a different name, I'm still that same person. Okay? That's what this is about. Okay? We want boing. We don't want boing boing. We want that's what we want, guys. We want cutting board. Cutting board, yes. Boing boing, no. No boing boing. For those of you that just came in, we are basically kind of recapping what the small amount of news and the small amount of updates that have come through in the last 16 or so hours. There's been some things that have been said, just minor little updates here and there that, things like that had been said from other Gen 3 people, during one of their, during their most recent, collaboration stream. Flair and Watame and Fubuki all did a trio stream where they just chatted and stuff like that, and they did briefly address the situation at the very end, and they basically told everyone, yeah, we have a lot of feelings about this stuff, and of course we can't really talk about it, but everyone is of course very saddened about it, but they're asking everyone to give everything kind of their patience and not to bring it up in chat while things work their way through, because obviously there's things that they just can't talk about, and not to be disruptive about it. I mean, I've never been some Watanabe. Come on, man. I only had 3 hours of sleep. Cutting. Okay. I'm gonna regret. I'm gonna regret doing this. Okay, but hang on. That's it. Send. Let me post it. Let me post it. Go. There. Have at it. New tweet. I'm glad that we are sitting here actively monitoring, guys. New tweet. What else do we got? Okay. So she thanked she again her DMs have been opened or were open. I'm not sure if they're still open now, but they were open. I'm watching DMs closely. Thank you for all the contact. Thank you. I'm sorry, DMs got a flat tire, and the contact of important work was filled up. I'm very grateful for your support, but I'm releasing the lips, so please do it here. I'm sorry. So I'm assuming that once she said that, mentioned her DMs, that her DMs got flooded. Where is my DL? I'm sorry, my DMs are all over the place, and I'm buried in important business correspondence. I appreciate the support very much, but I'm releasing the rep, so please use this one. Sorry. So I'm assuming she probably, as soon as she mentioned her DMs, everyone started DMing her, and she's probably buried in, people supporting her, spammers, and so on and so forth. And I'm kind of glad that I sent my DM to her when I did. I sent her one. I know. Don't you just love Google Translate, yo? I mean, come on. My DMs got a flat tire, okay? My DMs are all over the place. How do you get flat tire from all over the place? And contact and was filled up. When you just want quick and dirty translation, and so you just say, okay, I'm just going to use Google Translate, sometimes it's just not worth it. Yeah, Google. Yeah, I mean, it's almost as bad as trying to pronunciate Mufasa's name, I know, I shouldn't poke fun at his name. I shouldn't, but I am. Yes, I'm bad. Hey, look, it's another Vietnamese spammer. How you doing, guy? Even though your last name is Moore. Hi, Moore. So what do we got here so far, guys? We got 107 votes. Out of 107 votes, we have right now, 85% that think Pitan is justice. And we got 15, now 16% that think boing boing. They want boing boing. We're at 110 now. Oh, boing boing is starting to gain a little bit of ground. Boing boing, we got the boing boing squad. People like boing boing. People do not want piton. People do not want to be sleeping on a cutting board, and they want the softness of those nice hilltops and that little valley in between. Can you translate the bio? So her bio did say that do not. Oh, she changed her bio. Okay. Do not use any images or videos. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming she's probably, since her, she's now using her private, and she has all of her, their pictures of. Sorry, I was just looking to see if she was wearing contacts or not. She has pictures of herself and stuff like that up here. Man, I don't know if if she's doing something with the exposure of the pictures, but I mean, her. Hey, Vietnamese bros, thank you for stopping by. You know what? I appreciate you guys coming in and spamming me because the amounts of you guys coming in and spamming me ends up giving me more views, and you guys just add to my metric. So I appreciate the fact that you're coming in and working so hard. But at the same time, you know what? My other bros here are trying to have a conversation. So, you know. Yeah, no, I reported this guy um, to to Google. But I mean, she's extremely attractive, guys. I mean, you know, you can tell that she has definitely done, and definitely has you know, done, or knows how to, you know, do, you know, care of herself, you know, with makeup and you know, do all that stuff, which I am completely clueless about. Sorry, I'm just going in here to see if I can completely blacklist this guy. Give me, where is my blocked? There we go. The Autobot was supposed to auto block these guys, but it's not doing it. Is that her? So this is the picture that the pictures that are on her account, her current account. Okay, you know, they're associated with her account. I can tell you from my experience that the pictures that are currently up here match the pictures that have been from her previous life or her past life, when she has done other streams and she has shown this type of stuff, since she is no longer under Hololive contract. So this appears to be her. Wait, she deleted the tweets? I'm just going to screenshot it before I click on it. You know what? I bet. Yep. That's probably why. She had to turn off her DMs too. She you know, the moment she mentioned that her DMs were open, she probably got flooded. You know, and that's exactly why. Look, I'm literally a fat, smelly weeb, and look at her in IRL. You know, it's very I don't want to, I don't want to stereotype. I really don't, because um you know, you have people out there, and I'm gonna use Maury as an example, okay? Um, you know, if you were to look at Maury, just, you know, as she is, you know, a typical day, and you know, she's just being Maury, okay? You'll look at her and say, "Oh, she's just a plain. She looks just like a plain, ordinary, everyday, you know, girl next door type person." You know, yeah. You're not. You wouldn't look at Maury and see something like this, okay? But let me tell you something. When Mori, um, when Mori takes care of herself, and I don't mean that she doesn't take care of herself, but when she um, goes all out and does this, she looks like this. Not gonna lie, okay, But most of the time, she sweats, sweatpants, or shorts, minimal makeup if any, depending on if she had to go out or not. Her hair is down, I mean, she has a hoodie on, you know. I mean, she's not gonna look like this. She's not gonna look like this every single day. Or when she streams, because she's just gonna be her. You know. Um, but yeah, it looks like she did have to turn off her DMs because people finally realized that she left her DMs on. Or she had her DMs on, and so now she had to restrict it to people that she's that she's following. What's her age though? So, um, as far as I know, I'm gonna say this tactfully. As far as I know, Rushia is of legal age. Okay, Rushia is, as far as I know, Rushia is of drinking age within Japan. I believe drinking age is it 18 or 20? Um, I th- I think it's 18. Japan drinking age 20. Legal drinking age is 20. So and she has drank sake on stream before. I know she's drinking sake on stream before. So I believe she is of drinking age, or she had just recently turned of drinking age. Now, I want to let's see here. I kind of did some sleuthing of the of her background when this all happened, just to see what I could find of her. Hang on. You guys realize that IRL uh, Marin is actually younger than several of the Holomem. Hello, hello. Sleuthing. Yes, I did sleuthing because I wanted to know when this all went down. I wanted to know exactly the information like this, whether or not she had an alternate account, whether or not she had accounts that were set up that that she was broadcasting on for off hours of Hololive and those types of things. Um, but yeah, Marin is very much she is actually younger than several of the Holomem. I'm trying to remember who is exactly is the oldest. I want to say Toa is. I think Toa is one of the oldest. Noel is older than a lot of them. Okayu I mean, they're not old or anything like that, but they are older, and I think Choco Sensei is older than several of them. Um, and I think also uh, Lami Lami, I believe, is older than several of them as well. But you know, her maturity level has a little bit to be desired. But I'll be honest with you, I have, yeah, the DM tweet has been deleted, and basically she opened up the floodgates of that. But I think she might have also done this. I'm gonna let me just make a comment about this really quick, okay? I think she kind of did this as a signal to those who have sent her DMs, thanking them, because she knew that she was gonna have to turn it off, and that she left it on purpose, or that people realized that she had it on purpose, and then she turned it off. So this may have been just kind of a way of her being able to communicate with with the outside world. you know, that's speculation, but it when I came back and I looked at her profile here, before I started streaming, and I realized that her DMs were still on. I was like, how is her DM still on? you know Marine does give an older impression because of the way that she gives life advice. Yes, and not only that, but she also talks older, and I think she has gone through, at least in my opinion, I think she may have gone through several things in life personally that may have given her a bit of a different experience than what many of the other girls have gone through, and that's why she talks so older. But guys, I am going to AFK just for a bit. I am going to refill my thermos here so I can have some hydrate. Yeah, guys, if you guys haven't taken a break, have a hydrate break. Get up, stretch, do what have you. I know that we've had some spammers come through in the chat. If that happens while I'm away, please just block, report, and ignore, and I'll take care of them when I get back here. But in the meantime, just give me a few minutes here to refill the thermos here. We'll keep going for a little bit longer, have a little bit more conversation here, just for a little bit. We'll see how much further we go here. If nothing else pops up, and we may actually just kind of take a look and see who's streaming and what's going on with the live streams, and just kind of peek and see what's going on, see if anything's interesting is going on. If there's other conversation we want to talk about, we can certainly talk about that. What is a thermos? A thermos is something you put stuff in so you can keep it warm, yo. But all right, break time, yo. I'll be right back. You guys sit tight. I'll be right back. All right. Okay, guys, I'm back. And this kind of, we don't go. You guys are starting to echo songs from the early aughts. As Marine stated in her stream lately, she doesn't feel older because she came from the countryside with a lot of old people the company used to work for. Did she? I don't remember. I may have missed that stream, but that would make a lot of sense. That make a lot of sense. What's a thermos? What did you drink? So I drink coffee black. That's all I drink, man. I drink coffee black. Coffee and water. I'm not. Those are my. And if I'm gonna be completely honest here, I also recently, and I'm not drinking it right now, but I also started drinking Bang energy drink, and so it's literally coffee. Oh wait, another string. What happened? So I basically a few pieces of information came along to me over the past couple hours. Nothing earth shattering or anything like that. But there was a few things that came along, and a few friends, JP friends, also sent me a couple of messages and asked me to make sure that in my next stream that I clear up some misconceptions that were being said are being passed around in the English realm, and the biggest one was in relation to her twit casting stream that she did yesterday, and to summarize everything, and there's an article about it that you can read. I'll put it here in the chat. Yeah, a lot of people just kind of glossed over this 7-minute twit casting thing here because all they heard was Gomenasai, 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 Gomenasai. But among what she was apologizing for was the fact that she was also asking the people that were listening that, and telling them there's a lot of things I want to say and I'm really sorry. And that, there's been a lot of things that are being said and being said towards her, and in regards to the rumors in various places. She wants to be firm. She's asking everyone to refrain from spreading those rumors, and she would appreciate it. And the biggest caveat from this is that she has explicitly said that she is talking and discussing in private what the ability to be able to address the public herself, and that when she has the ability to do that, she will do it. And we need to give her the ability to work within the system and be able to have those conversations and be able to do what she needs to do on her end to be able to do it. Right now, I mean, people automatically want an answer right now, and it's only been, what, 24 hours, 40 hours, 30 hours, So we need to be able to give her the opportunity and the time to work within the system, work through the emotions that she has, that she's experiencing, be able to put those in check, and be able to think properly, and be able to phrase those, what she wants to do in a constructive manner. And the best thing that we can do as her fans is to do exactly what we're doing right now, and put our thoughts together in a constructive manner, just like I've been pushing and have been saying, and one of the best ways of doing it is to do it through the petition that I composed. I mean, we have 336 people, 37, 38, 39. We have 339 people, 42, 342. Look at it. The number is still going up, yo. Look at that. The number is still climbing as we're looking at it. We haven't even gone 24 hours, guys, and we have surpassed 350 signatures. Okay? We have surpassed 350 signatures asking Cover Corp to let her have her moment to speak. Okay? This petition here is literally, we're over 354 guys. We're going strong. We have surpassed 354 in less than 24 hours. Okay? We had just broken 100 when I first started streaming. We have literally climbed over 250 since we started because of you guys helping. Since I've gone live, getting in touch with other people in her fandom, and reaching out to other people that are her fans, that we want to be able to give her this as well. Okay? And we're doing this in a constructive manner, not destructive, a constructive manner, in a polite, constructive manner, asking for, as a paying customer, to give her this opportunity, okay? And to be honest, let's be honest, okay? Have any of you lost your job? Have any of you lost your job? Have any of you been fired or lost your job? All of a sudden you're unemployed. And if you have, how did you feel in that moment? If you know how that feels in that moment, when you lost your job, in that moment, then you understand exactly what she's feeling right now. And you cannot tell me for one moment that she is thinking with 100% clarity to be able to formulate and think and compose her thoughts in a constructive manner and say, look, this is what I'm asking. This is what I'm asking, okay? So as the fandom, as the paying customer, as the person, the people that pay and give money to support Cover Corp and the talent as a whole, we're asking to allow her to speak. Let her walk out on her own 2 feet with her head held high. Say, I helped build this over the last 2 years. I want to be able to walk out, with dignity, with respect, to be able to allow Cover Corp and Hololive to have that respect, and to say thank you for this opportunity. Thank you to the fans. Thank you for everyone who's given to me and to this company. Let me walk out on my own 2 feet. This is Rushia. I'm signing off, but as soon as I sign off, I will still be there on the other side for you guys. That's what it is. That's what we're asking for. That's all this is asking for. We're not demanding Cover Corp, you better give her job back. That's not what we're asking. It would be nice. But we're asking for an olive branch, guys. We're asking for an olive branch to start a conversation. Give us 5 minutes. Entertain this concept that we're putting out here. Make sure that the the talents have the knowledge and have the training and understanding of how to protect themselves, so incidents like this don't happen in the future. So they are protected, so the fandom is protected, so Cover Core is protected. We are asking them to reassure us that they are doing everything besides saying we're holding you to an NDA. That's what we're asking. You know, so you guys have done a remarkable job. This is your work, guys. This is your work. I may have put the words together, but this is your work. You guys are doing this. You guys are doing this. Okay? You guys, the great. You know, this is your job. This is your great work. Okay? Now, people continually ask, well, does this petition have weight? The petition has weight if we get a lot of people, as many people as possible, to sign up on this and say, we agree with this. We're just asking for 5 minutes of your time. Just read it over. That's all we want to do, is you either read it and think about it. That's all we're asking. You know, if that's as much weight as this petition has, then that's worth it, because it's better than just bitching and moaning about it on streams or in chats or on social media and letting her walk away and not doing anything at all, guys. So please, you know, for her sake, not for me. None of this is about me. I don't get nothing for this. If you click and sign this, you'll get a page, and I'm going to show you right now. When you click and you say you're going to sign this petition, you know, I've already signed it, so I can't go back and go through this whole thing. But you're going to get this thing that says, "Hey, you want to chip in $3?" You know, scroll all the way down, say, sorry, I can't do anything right now. Click continue. That's all you got to do. Click continue. You may get another thing after this. None of this money goes to me, guys. If you donate, none of that money goes to me. I don't get a dime out of this, okay? All this goes to promote... All this goes to promote the petition, and it goes back to change.org. None of it goes to me. I get nothing out of this. I have no monetary stake in this. And like I've stated before, my channel isn't even monetized. I get no ad revenue from this. It doesn't matter if I stream 20 hours. I get no I'm doing this all. Oh crap! I got an hour before. Sorry, I'm just keeping track of time because I have a meeting in an hour. It's a virtual meeting, so I just got to make sure I sign off in 50 minutes so I can attend my virtual meeting. But I'm just keeping an eye on the clock, guys. So, yeah, if you want to take the time, read it. It's here in English, and I have it in Japanese, yo. Share it with your JP bros if you have JP bros. If you're Japanese, Nihongo, it is there for you to read. If you it's there in English. Share it on social media. What harm can it do? You know. What's the worst that can happen? They don't listen to us. It takes more to type this up than it does to sign it and share it. To be completely honest, you have no idea how long it took for me to type this, and there were still typos in here, as several of you guys pointed out, and it took even longer to get through the Japanese, and then find one of my friends that was online to proofread the Japanese and say, hey, does this even sound coherent? So I'm sorry. I'm gonna scroll back here just a bit because I saw a few people. For those of you that just came in, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I did see several of you stop in, and thank you for coming in. I know I went on a little bit of a tirade there, maybe, or a little bit of a tangent there, but hey, I just want to reinforce the fact that um, Rushia is asking us not to spread misinformation and talk bad about her, but that does not mean that we stop supporting her in any way that we can. And if this is one way that we can try to help her and show that, on the English side of things, on the inside of things, that we still support her, hey, it's something. And for somebody who is probably feeling like they hit rock bottom right now, just seeing that maybe that hey, there's 360 people are supporting me. If Cover Corps say, hey, we got this petition here that came from some English guy, and this is what it says, or you share it, and um, she what do they call it, vanity search herself or what have you to see what people are saying, and she says she sees that it's being shared, that might actually make her day. Who knows if she's vanity searching herself, at this moment, or seeing what people are saying, so I mean, it's worth it, even if the probability is low, it's better than doing nothing. So wait, I have a question. How did Holo Company got to know Rushia has leaked their information? Okay, so Hololive knew that she leaked information because the person that there's only one third party person that that was spilling information about what was going on with the incident that happened when between her and this other guy that caused the whole thing to happen, and he was sharing information live in stream and sharing screenshots and audio of recorded conversation between him and her, and him and the other person as well, regarding the incident. So it was literally recorded and on YouTube. So, Hololive could literally just sit there and replay his video back and say, is this true? Is this you? And did you share this? I mean, that's all they had to do. You know. Just back reading a little bit. The company said that other members not talked about it in their stream, but that doesn't mean they hate her. Just continue their job professionally. Yes, yes. Again, and that was addressed. Pecan. What Pecan said was that was addressed in. I may have closed it, but that was addressed in one of the videos that was news articles. I did close it. Actually, yeah, I did close it. That was also yeah, there it is. That was also what was shared out when Fubuki, Watame, and Flare did their stream together. They can't talk about this stuff. They're asking that you respect that, and that you honor that position that they're in, and it's not that that they don't want to, it's that they can't. So yes, that is correct. I thought Cover defended Rushia. So basically, what happened is once Cover found out about the incident, they pulled her from doing live streams. Okay, and they launched an investigation into the matter. And they basically told her, you're not streaming until we find out what's going on and that kind of thing. They pulled her from live streaming, and they investigated the matter. And then once they found out that she had been leaking this information and sharing this information with a third party, that's when the decision was made. Well, she had broken her NDA, and the amount of information that she had leaked and had divulged was equivalent to defamation of Hololive itself, because of various things that happened in the past where she was either discouraged, or she was angry about a particular stream or something that she didn't quite agree with, something that a decision that was made. So she went and vented to and that information was either recorded, or she did it in text form. And of course, if you do it in text form, which is the worst type of thing, because then that can get saved and screenshotted, which is exactly what happened. It is better for Holomem not to talk about this kind of stuff, because number one, let's let me frame this for you guys, okay? Number one, when for me right now, I'm jumping on this stuff live, and am I doing any prep work prior to going live? I do maybe about 10-15 minutes of prep work to see what's the latest thing that was said, okay? Now, with the initial stream that I did, the very first stream I did, I spent about an hour beforehand making sure I had my information lined up. But then I also had spent several hours before that just compiling other information that had happened over the past several days. I had spent several hours preparing for that 5-hour stream, guys. Okay, now these girls, they may stream anywhere from 2 to 5 hours, and they may stream a specific game or something like that for 2 to 5 hours, or whatever they decide to stream. And there's prep work that happens that goes into those streams. It's not that, oh, I'm gonna play Dark Souls today. Okay, here we go, Dark Souls. There's stuff that they do that there are things that they they look for things that they may want to talk about, to make sure that they fill specific voids when when things start getting quiet and they don't have something to react to on screen. There's any number of things that happen. Any number of things that they do to provide you with entertainment. So it's not just that they just go live and that's it. So what's the update today? The big update for right now, and it's not really big, it's more of just a minor update, is number one, that that Rushia, number one, and let's kind of recap here for just a little bit here. So Rushia did tweet here earlier that she was thanking people that had sent her tweets sent her DMs on her current Twitter account, and that her Twitter account, she had received so many DMs that she was literally overflowed with DMs, and it was all out of sorts. Okay, now people did not have. I guess people did not really readily pay attention to the fact that her DMs were still turned on for her Twitter account until she mentioned it, because shortly after she mentioned it, she had to turn it off, and then she deleted that tweet. Bye guys. I'll be back in a few hours. Thank you for stopping by, Mac the Devil. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. If you are leaving or have to go, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. Mark still has that thermos. Yes, I still have that thermos. I'm still working on my new my current thermos full of coffee. So that is one thing. The second thing is that I know several clippers have referenced this particular twit casting video. It's the 7-minute video that she did yesterday. And they mainly referenced the fact that she just did a bunch of apologizing on stream, but they most of them neglected the fact that she made some very important statements during this stream, and those statements included, in translation, that that she said that there's many things that many things I want to say. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'd like it if you held back on talking badly towards me in regards to the rumors in various places. I'll be firm. If everyone will refrain from spreading those, I would appreciate that. And she's talking in regards to the rumors, regarding her and this other guy, and making all the speculations and stuff that are happening, and especially all the hate that's being directed towards her, and then the biggest takeaway from here is the fact that she stated, I've been discussing this a lot privately, so when I'm able to speak publicly, I will do so. Okay. CJC, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your being part of the conversation. We look forward to seeing you again, man. And she went on. There are some people there are some people that wanted to hear my side, so I wanted to do something about it. It's so scary. I was scared, but I wanted to speak to all of you. That was my intention. Her intention was to try to tell her side, and she went about it the wrong way, guys. That was her mistake. She's owning up to it. She's owning up to that mistake. I'm sure all of you have some mean thoughts, some kind ones. I'm looking at everyone's comments. It's so sudden. There are lots of things that are angering me too. When I'm able to talk about it, when that time comes, I will. So guys, we gotta let her have the time and the ability to work through these things. And most importantly, we gotta do what we can on our side to be able to tell cover in any way we can, in whatever probability we have that it may work, to say, hey, let her tell her side. Let her say goodbye to us. If you are not going to let her tell her side, if you're not going to let her be a part of Hololive, at least let her say goodbye as Rushia. At least let her walk out as Rushia. Let her walk out as the person that spent the last 2.5 years helping build that house that they now enjoy. Because, guys, she's one of the big 3 that helped build that house that they're now enjoying. Okay, that's the intention of the petition that is on pinned and the chat here. If you guys want to sign that petition, read it. That petition is all about Rushia. It's nothing about me. You know, and again, if you you want to sign that petition, you get to the screens where it says, "Hey, you want to donate some money?" Just scroll down to the button, and say, "No, I don't want to donate." Then you just skip it. None of that money goes to me anyways. None of that money goes to anything. The money goes to change.org, and that money basically goes to tell them, yes, promote this petition more, put this out in front more. And if you want to put that money out there to push the petition, then that's something that's your choice. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't see a dime out of that, and I'm not going to beg you and tell you to do it. But that's something that you need to make a decision about on your own. And if you choose not to spend on it, hey, that's your choice, and everyone will respect that. The main thing is that you put your signature on it, and you think about it. Okay? The more people that sign it, the more people, the more people that sign it, the more people that see it and sign it, the more times it is shared on social media like Twitter and other social media, the more likely it's going to be seen by other people, seen by people that have influence or have a say in the matter, or will give people the thought and cause to say, hey, you know what, this is right. This is what we got. We may need to think about this. And we hit 400 and 500 people, and I turn around and I present to Cover Corps and say, on behalf of the people of Hololive EN fandom, EN Bros, I want to present this to the membership board, the senior membership board of executives and management. We have X amount of signatures here. We want you to consider this petition that we put together, that everyone on agrees to. If we have 500 people, that 500 people carries more weight than 400 people. If we have 10,000 people, 10,000 signatures carries more weight than 500 signatures, okay? So whether or not it carries weight, it does carry weight. Now, whether or not they take it seriously or not, hey, if we get 5 minutes of time, and say, give us 5 minutes, please read this. Yago, please read this over. 5 minutes. I'm just asking for 5 minutes, Yago. He gives us 5 minutes. Hey, we got 5 minutes to plead our case. That 5 minutes is 5 minutes that we didn't have before, presenting that petition. And that's something, guys. That is something. So, I'm not pleading this for me. And I'm not making this stump speech for me. I'm making this stump speech for her, and whether or not she comes back as Rushia, or she or has to start her new life as or go back to her old life as who she is now, those decisions are up to her and Hololive. But we can at least start a conversation and at least try to make a point of saying, hey, let's try to do this where everyone walks out a winner here. And the only losers are the haters that are going to be the ones that are foaming at the mouth because we made this happen. Those are going to be the only losers out there if we can make it happen. And Jeff, I completely agree. Is there going to be a goodbye stream? Can we get a goodbye stream? Probably not. Probably not. If we can get a goodbye tweet, if we can get a goodbye, if we could get her, you know, 60 seconds where, you know, she says, you know, this is Rushia, you know, Hololive, you know, Generation 3. You know, on behalf of myself and Hololive, thank you for everything you've done for me. You know, I appreciate all the support over the past couple years. I'm sorry that I have to say goodbye. You know, but this is just the beginning. I'll talk to you guys soon. 60 seconds. If she gets 60 seconds to say that as Rushia, that's something, Jeff. Yes, closure, exactly. Yes, exactly. Closure. Good point, Jeff. Good point. Closure. And that's what we're asking for. We're asking for closure. If nothing else, closure. And everyone walks away a winner. Everyone walks out, you know, being able to walk away with you know, with as you know, with closure. You know, we want to be able to ask that. We want to be able to ask that and say, look, we spend our time and money on these girls in this company, you know, and we spend our efforts and we pour a part of ourselves into this company, whether or not, you know, we're just a person filling the seat and we're throwing money at you, you know, yeah, we are. But at the same time, we're still a paying customer. And, you know, we would, you know, for you to suddenly pull a product like this, and you're not just pulling the product, you're pulling a personality like this, you know, out from under us. And we don't even get to say goodbye. She doesn't get to say goodbye. She doesn't even get a chance to explain herself, explain what's going on, explain and tell us everything is going to be okay. Hey, you know what? I would like someone to tell me everything's going to be okay. I don't know about the rest of you. You know, sometimes you want to hear, even if you already know the fact that everything's going to be okay. Sometimes you just want to hear it from the person you want to hear it from the most, that everything's going to be okay. At this time, other Hololive members are streaming or about to, so this will be interesting to see if someone pokes the beehive with the stick. What's happening? I'm late. Ame, thank you for stopping in. So we are basically recapping some snippets of information that have come in, translations that have happened in the last 8 to 12 hours. Nothing extremely major has happened in the last 8 to 12 hours. However, for you and for anyone that is just stopping in now, I'll go over some of this stuff again. First off, the biggest thing that at least that was brought to my attention, and I'm sorry if I rushed through this, guys, because I gotta actually split here in 30 minutes because I have a meeting to go to, or a virtual meeting I have to attend, and at 6 o'clock my time. So I'm gonna try to run through this a little bit quick. So I apologize if I don't slow down or read chat for this, okay? But just to recap everything that's going on, yesterday, Rushia did do this Twitcast here that most people saw. It was a 7 minute Twitcast here. Most people listened to it and watched it and just kind of dismissed it as her just doing a bunch of apologizing and nothing more. But there were a lot of takeaways that people tended to skip over, especially if they either did not have the translation or they were clippers and they just didn't bother to actually examine what she was saying. Okay. in a translation that was done by a couple of different websites, and I verified it with a couple of other people. Basically, what she said in that 7-minute stream is that there's many things I want to say. There's many things to say. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'd like it if you held back on talking badly towards me. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot. As soon as she opens her mouth, there's a lot of hate that's automatically being spewed out at her, guys. Okay, so love and support. If you love and support her, if you've been a supporter of her, always been a supporter of her, or just become a supporter of her, love and support. That's the biggest thing you can give her right now. Okay. Regarding the rumors in various places, being social media and other places that, social media, people making videos about it, talking about it, spreading rumors about it, especially what regarding her and the supposed relationship and things that were said, comments that were made. I'll be firm. If everyone will refrain from spreading those, she would appreciate that. She has been discussing this a lot privately, and this is very important. These next spots are extremely important, people. I've been discussing this a lot privately, so when I'm able to speak publicly, I will do so. Okay? There are some people that wanted to hear my side, so I wanted to do something about it. It was so scary. I was scared, but I wanted to speak to all of you. That was my intention. That was also the mistake that she made, okay? Trusting this third party regarding the incident that happened, and the reason, one of the big triggers of this whole situation of them claiming that she broke her non-disclosure agreement was trying to explain her side of the story through a third party, and that third party going out and literally spilling and showing literally everything raw in public, that basically incriminated her. Okay? So that's what she's talking about here. So new channel. That is her Twitter account. You can follow the links in her Twitter account there to her new channel. So whether or not you believe that someone's at fault, one person's at fault, another person's at fault, you want to point blame, that is your decision. And again, I'm going to state this clearly: the position of myself and my channel. I believe everyone here has a responsibility and is at fault of this whole situation, and has a responsibility for the way things are right now. Rushia is taking responsibility for her actions, and if you actually pay attention to what she is saying right now and what she said in this 7-minute video that she is saying, she is taking responsibility for her actions, and she's trying to make this right, guys. Okay? Yes, if you follow the link in the Twitter, the Twitter link that I just posted is her Twitter account. That is her current Twitter account. If you follow the links within the Twitter account, that will go to her Nico channel. The link in for YouTube is her current channel is in that account as well. Follow that link, and that's her new channel. Okay. Now, let's finish up here, guys, because I have less than half an hour left. Okay, so I'm sure you all have some mean thoughts, some kind thoughts. I'm looking at everyone's comments, and she's referring to social media. She's looking at social media and she's seeing these things, guys. Okay, and that's why I'm telling you that we need to share out the petition. We need to share out and show that we are trying to be proactive, and we're trying to get the word out, and we're trying to express we want her to be able to tell her side of the story. Okay. It is so sudden. There are a lot of things that are angering me too. When I'm able to talk about it, when that time comes, I will. Okay, she is fighting for the opportunity and the times that she can talk about this. And the best thing we can do to help her talk about this is to be proactive about it and be constructive about it and be able to present to cover, hey, look, we as a unified fandom want to hear what she has to say. Okay? The link that's pinned to the comment in the chat here, that link is for a petition that I crafted to ask Cover Corps, ask Iago, and ask the management to give her that window, an opportunity to tell her side of the story and to be able to address us as Rushia. And if they are not going to allow her to be part of Hololive, to be able to walk out the doors as Rushia with her head held high on her own 2 feet, and because she is one of the biggest people that helped build that place. Okay. If you are leaving, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you stopping in. I will be leaving here. I will be signing off here in about 15 minutes here. I'm going to quickly go through the rest of this information here. So I am probably going to not look at chat here while I go through the rest of this information. So, but unless I do see people spamming in chat, then I'll obviously address that. So we did cover her broadcast there. Okay, I got time. Okay, so the second thing here is that just cover real quickly. Fubuki and Flare and Watame, they all did a collaboration stream here, earlier, and they kindly asked the Hololive fans, hey, we know and we understand that you guys have concerns, and we're worried about all this stuff that's happened. Actually, it's a minute 46. I have time to show this. I'm just going to show this real quick.
ておきましょう。コメント欄でもいろいろありましたけども、先ほど多分カバーからお知らせがあったと思います。ね、はい。そのことについてちょっといろいろみんなコメントで声かけてくれてありがとうございます。まずは。ありがとうございます。ありがとうみんな。なんでカバーから出ているものがもうすべてって感じなんですけども、まあね、クリアとしても結構ちょっと。心境的にあれかもしれないけども、まあ、ね、
I got 14 minutes left, so I'm good. I'm good on time.
になってしまったのは、残念ではあるんですけども、仕方ない部分でもあるので、3期生としては4人でも頑張ってこれからも頑張っていこうかなとは思っております。なのでみんなも支えてくれると嬉しいです。ね、ね、我々もやっぱりね、ファンのみんな笑顔にしたいっていうのがね、一番。なのでね、まあファンのね、みんなちょっと辛いかもしれないけども、この面ね、みんなこれまで通り明るく配信はしていくのでね、よかったら、この面のみんなのことを、これからも応援してくれると嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。より一層頑張りたいと思います。ね、頑張っていこう。まああとはあれだね、この件についてあんまりホロメンに皆さんからなんか問いただすとか。あまりしつこいコメントとかはね、ちょっとやめていただけると嬉しいです。ね、はい、よろしくお願いします。応援してます。ありがとうみんな、ありがとう。ありがとうね。
So this is a clipped video from their most recent collab here. They recently did a group stream here. They did a group stream here earlier today. And where they basically it was a talk and chat stream, and then towards the end of the stream, they basically addressed where a lot of people were coming in and talking about the situation and trying to get them to talk about it, and so they went ahead and they took a few minutes to address it. Okay, now I'm going to say this real quickly before I move on. Guys, you gotta understand, these girls are trying to stay professional and keep their emotions in check. Okay, people are people are gonna say, well, this person was cold. This person, yeah, why didn't they show emotion? How come they aren't crying about this? How come they aren't doing or saying more about this? How come they're feeding us lines? That, guys, they're hurting inside. They are really hurting inside. They can't express how they feel like I can. I mean, they have people that they have to answer to. They have NDAs that they have to answer to. I don't have an NDA to answer to. I can talk about whatever the hell I want. I can share with whatever the hell I want, as long as it doesn't break TOS or any states, national or international law. So I mean, just keep that in mind as they stream today and as they stream going forward. That when we talked about this before, some of them, and most of them, and if not all of them, that they are putting on a front. And inside they're hurting, and they're also trying to portray the character that they are, or that they're trying to be, in an effort to hide whatever pain that they're feeling inside. Okay, so let's try to respect that, and respect the chat's rules as well. Okay, so that basically happened earlier today. And again, just kind of review what was said. Let's inform the viewers about the announcement before we end stream, as well as some viewers mentioned earlier in the comments, or in the chat section. There was an announcement from Cover earlier, and thank you very much for mentioning about your concerns in the comment section, etc., etc. Well, that's written in the announcement and everything, but Flair, I believe you've had a lot of feelings, and it's really hard for you. And if you notice, Flair did not say much in the stream, or in that comment section, or when they were talking about that. That other than saying that she was, it's really sad things ended up that way, but as third generation, they'll keep doing their best. That's all she said. And that's all I think she was probably able to say. And Fubuki, Fubuki is a leader. She literally plays center of the group, and she literally plays center a lot. And when I mean center, if you know idol speak, she plays lead as much as possible. She plays leader, and she has to portray being strong. Okay. So, and she I think she's able to bury her emotions a little bit better, and a little bit more than other people. Not to say that she's cold-hearted. It's that she's able to hide them a little bit better. Okay. So, but yeah, let's respect the chat rules. Do not mention it unless one of them says, you know what, I need to talk about this. Okay. Sorry. Up to 400. Guys, you know what? Let's keep that momentum going, guys. Let's keep that momentum going. It's only been, like I said, it's been less than 24 hours, and we're already up to 400, guys. Come on. If we're up to that in less than 24 hours, if we can get to 500 in 24 hours, and keep that momentum going. That we can, we can hit milestones. We can keep that momentum going. Let's keep it going, guys. Okay, so so that was that. And the last thing I'm gonna share, and then I got a jet. Was again, an Indonesian site picked up the article and talked about it briefly, and there wasn't really much to take from this, but they were talking about why Kore was mentioned along with Rushia. And according to their article, Kore was the only person outside Hololive who divulged information. They use the word the translation word says explains, but basically he divulged information about the problems experienced by Rushia, and that was directly in relation to the controversy that was going on. And then also apparently there was also some other stuff that happened where she had voiced her vented frustration and confidence towards him that he divulged that was picked up upon, and there was physical proof that they were able to say, hey, look, we saw that you texted him and said this to him. Is this in fact your text? So, and that kind of brings it back to what they're, when you go into the termination release here, why they went into this whole spiel regarding distributing false information to third parties, leaking information, including communications. False information, guys, can be anything from slander or perceived slander, and which, as they said later on down here, that caused irreparable damage to Hololive. Or it can be something as perceived as her opinion of something that occurred that she didn't agree with, and so she said, well, so and so did this, and it was completely awful, and it caused all sorts of problems, but it was her disagreeing with another person, and that was not the entirety of the confrontation. So, again, we don't have the entire picture here of what happened, which is why I phrased the petition as that. We don't have all the information, and we understand that, so that's why we're not challenging their decision. And what we're doing is we're asking for them to consider what we're proposing. So, guys, you know what? You guys are doing an awesome job with this. I'm glad that I've been able to, bring you guys together so we can have a concerted effort to hopefully try to bring either some kind of change to happen or some kind of attention, or at least get them to acknowledge the fact that we have these concerns, and we want them to be able to address those concerns to us in relation to Rushia and in relation to Hololive in general. So thank you for doing this for her and doing this for us as a whole. And again, I'm going to be signing off here in just a few minutes. Thank you for stopping back in, Anime Solo. I appreciate you popping back in. So again, in conclusion, guys, Rushia is asking for time. Rushia is asking for time, guys. We need to give her time. We also need to make sure that if we see people spreading false rumors that we say, we say, hey, this is not right. We don't know the entirety of the truth, or we don't, or this is what we know. This is, what you're saying is that you're guessing. This is what we know. This is not what we don't, this is what we know. This is what we don't know. Everything that you say beyond this point is guesswork. If Rushia had a manager, it should be able to speak to her, right? From my perspective, yes. The problem is I don't know who her manager is, and whether or not if it's Achan or whether or not she has a different manager. Like I know Corone has a different manager. Achan is Gen Zero's manager with Roboco and a couple other people. I'm not sure who her manager is, and I'm still trying to figure out where they were in this entire thing. So we'll work on that, and we'll see how things play out. Let's keep an eye on things, guys. Above all else, love and support. Let's show love and support. Let's be active on social media. Let's share out the fact that we are trying to support and make a difference and help her and engage on the English side of things, and that even if there's hate and vitriol being spilled on the Japanese side of things, that on the English side of things, she still has love and support on this side of the pond. Okay? Gotta love you Vietnamese guys coming in at the last minute to help me with my my view count. Just gotta love you guys coming in, man. All right, guys, I got a jet. I gotta go. I will try to check in later on today. If any major news does break, hopefully it won't break while I'm in my meeting. If any major news does break, though, if anything else, I'll share it out on my Twitter account. You can find my Twitter accounts. That's my Twitter account. I mostly share out random stuff and people I support on Twitter. I love Roboco to death. Sorry guys, but I mean she's my number one. Anyways, so yeah, now that I've exposed myself, okay, I'm running away now. I'm going to my meeting. Okay, so let's go, guys. Let's get this going. If you want to hook up with me on Twitter, feel free to follow me. I'll try to follow you back. Otherwise, if any major news breaks, I'll try to get back online here as soon as possible if anything breaks and we can talk about it. Moving forward here, definitely we will start talking about other things as well. And not just Rushia, but with her situation being the number one thing on everyone's mind right now, I feel that we should really concentrate on her and not forget her moving forward, even as time goes on until we can't do anything else. Okay, so peace, love, and we'll talk soon. All right, guys, take care.